I just ran out of heating oil. I'm still waiting for a delivery, and of course everybody else is waiting for a delivery. It's cold. It's February. It's at the north east part of the US, and it's cold. So I said, you know, I got to figure something out, because that gauge or meter on the heating on the oil tank, you know, I got to get down there, and it's a lazy kind of thing. And also the gauge doesn't really work very well. So even though it says empty, there's always more oil in the tank, another couple of 100 gallons, and I'm unaware of it. So to prevent from running out of oil, I saw this. I looked online and I found this thing, and I just purchased it on Amazon. I purchased it with pipe thread sealant. You can buy the whole thing together. And this is the device here that's supposed to prevent me from running out of oil. So it's a smart oil gauge, and my understanding of the way it works, it uses like infrared or light technology, or what do you call that? Or sonar or something. It uses some type of technology to send a wireless signal down to the oil to tell what's the level of the oil. It's supposed to work up to 500-gallon tanks. I have actually 2 tanks, about 225 to 250 a gallon each tank. So that gives me roughly just either 500 or a little over 500, or just a little under 500. I'll show you the tanks later. So this is smart oil Wi-Fi gauge. It uses Wi-Fi, and it runs on an app. This is the box itself. You're supposed to be able to just ask Alexa about your how much oil you have. It's supposed to tell you. It takes some time to learn. I think, I don't know, a month or 2 to figure out your see, that's probably my setup, the one in the middle. And comes with batteries. It's supposed to last I think they said 3 years for the battery. So I bought extra batteries just in case. And I really hope this works. That's the threading size. It's supposed to be standard, so I'm assuming mine is. Let's just open up the box for now. Comes with paperwork, instructions. I'll be going through this. Okay. Nothing else in there. Ah, great. Okay. And this is it. This is the device. That's it. So this thing down here is supposed to send some wireless signal or something. And it does come out. I don't know how to take it out so that you can change out the battery. Maybe, oh, it's the top part, sorry. So the top part comes out. Okay, nothing in there. That's the top part. This is the bottom part that gets screwed into the tank. And probably end up putting sealant on this too. Make sure nothing gets in. And this is everything inside. And you're supposed to leave it exactly like this. I'll figure out how to turn it on. I guess, oh, are these buttons to, this is the top of the cap. I don't know what those are for. Nope, doesn't go through. So they're just there for design. And I guess I turn it on by pressing that button. So when I'm ready to set it up, let me run it up. Let me run the app and get it set up. They say set it up first on your Wi-Fi before you actually put it on your tank. So that's what I'll be doing first. Pretty cool. So that's the bottom. That's what's gonna hit the oil. And this is gonna be above. Alright. Let's set it up. Sit right there. It's everything that comes in. This doesn't come with it. I bought that separately. But that's everything in the manual. Instructions on what to do. I like to videotape this because sometimes I like to refer to the video because I never could find this again. I could always pause it and I could read what it says. So I hope you don't mind. Probably gonna have to look for the app on the Alexa app, on the Alexa home app. So let's unscrew. Alright, I hope it's a lot easier than I saw some guy on YouTube. He was having a hard time taking the cap off the top of the oil tank. So I'm hoping it's not that hard. Alright, wish me luck. So this is my tanks. I have two of them. I think they're 250 to 275 each. And you can see I am totally empty. I just forgot. And I'm waiting for oil delivery, but I don't want this to ever happen again. So I'm looking forward to this device working. It has to work. It'll be a great device if it works. There are my gloves and my wrench that I'm going to use. Hopefully it's an easy nut to crack or a easy nut to loosen. I just want to mention that I do have heat. I'm using this. This stove covers about 2,500 square feet. It's a Jolie. I don't know how to pronounce it, so sorry about that. No disrespect. This is an awesome backup heater. It heats up the whole house. I have about 1,500 square feet of living area, and this covers 2,500 square feet. So this heats the basement and the upstairs. And this is what I've been using to keep the house warm since I've run out of oil. So it's a great backup to use, as long as you have wood too. But wood is always easier to get than getting an oil delivery in the middle of winter. I'll put the name and I think I know the type on the description below. We purchased it from Woody's in Pennsylvania. Okay, according to the instructions, to go to the App Store and search for Smart Oil Gauge. So let me do that. That looks like it. Okay, let me open it up. Okay, gotta create a new account. Let me create one and come back. Okay, it's telling me to press the button inside the device. Okay. I haven't touched anything inside here or taken anything out. I'm assuming I'm not supposed to. I don't think so. I don't know what this is. What is this? I'm going to leave that in there. I'll leave it exactly the way it is. Okay, I pressed it. Okay. What happens now? Says after the device has been switched on for at least 5 seconds, enter the config mode with 2 button presses at roughly the same speed as in the animation below. Okay, so now it wants me to press it twice. So let me press it twice. Where is this button? Oh, it's right there. See it. It's right there. Sometimes it's a good idea to read the instructions. So over here, there's an on and off button. I had no idea. Okay, I figured the button would turn it on, but you know what? You learn something new. So let me find this. If it's opposite that area, so, and it's on here, I believe. So, oh, there's the on and off button. Can you see it? It's on the battery case. I bought extra batteries for this. So, there it is. Okay, now you can see it on and off. So let me turn it on. Okay, now we're in business. So, okay, so I have it on. Now I press this twice, like it says. In the speed it says. I'll press continue. Beginning config process, please wait. It failed the last time, so let me see now that the unit is on if it'll work. I don't know if you can read that. Okay. Okay, config failed again. Let me read the instructions. Okay, so this time I read the instructions and I am doing everything correctly. So let's try this again. I'm going to click on the plus sign up on the top right. All right, so I took it apart a little bit, and I took the batteries out and put them back in. So now I'm actually getting a light coming on, which I wasn't getting before. So I was still getting failed. Let's see if this helps. So I took the batteries out and then reseated them again. And like I said, now I'm getting a light when I click on this button. Let me put it back together and try the config again. Okay, so I put everything back again. Let me do done, add. So now I'm going to press it again 2 times. But this time I'm going to get a light. Okay, now I do continue. So now this let's hope it works now. So I'm still having issues. I just wanted to show you the inside since I pulled everything out. That's the way it looks inside the whole unit. Okay, so I think I figured out what the problem was. It wasn't the instructions or anything. It was that I was having a problem connecting to my Wi-Fi. I have a mesh Orbi system made by Netgear, and you can't differentiate the difference between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. It does that automatically. So you can't choose the spectrum that you want. So I have an old airport and an Apple airport, and that has the 2.4 and 5. And when I connected everything to that Wi-Fi network, then I got this. So heads up, if you have a mesh system that you can't differentiate the difference between 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz spectrum, this will, according to the instructions, only connect to the 2.4. So I don't know what to say. You're going to need the 2.4. I mean, I think that's very, very important. I just happen to have that available. So let me connection, sensor link, cleaning up, configuration complete. Click done to continue. So let me click done to see what it does. Oh, there it goes. Excellent. Last reading. And that's it. Okay. And okay. My tank. All right. So this is the graph. All right. So let me put this in the tank. I don't know. There's got to be a way. It says 232. I think I have a 250 gallon tank. I actually oh, here it is, the configuration. So let me go to the configuration. And okay, so a standard 275 gallon tank mounted vertically, round side up. Yes, that's what I have. But I have, let me see if it gives me other choices. Oh, there it goes. All right, so it gives me further choices, thank goodness. I have a 275 gallon, I believe. I don't think I have a this is a standard 330 gallon tank. Yeah, I don't have that. I believe mine is 275. So it looks more like this one than that one. Because it looks longer. But I have two of them. So it doesn't give me the option. Let me click on advanced to see what it does. Custom tank size. I don't, okay. So is that gallons or tanks? No, that's not it either. So I'm going to stay with the 275 since I'm putting it in one. And see what that, I don't know, I guess I'll figure out what else to do. And, let me see what this plus sign does. Oh, here it is. Number of tanks. There it is. So that's what the minus and plus is for. All right. So this minus and plus will add the amount of tanks. So minus, it goes to 1. So I need 2. So I'm going to do 2 tanks right there. And I'm just going to click. Let me just put, I'm in here in PA, so let me just put PA. So it's my tank PA. 2. And, let me get a better name. I'm going to name it, oil heat tank PA. I'll do that. And then I'll press save. Okay, and I put 2. All right, so this is the way it looks right now. Let me hook it up. So just to give you a heads up, if you have a mesh network, you might not be able to set this up. It specifically says it needs the 2.4 spectrum. I don't know what to say. I just happen to have another one that had the 2.4 that chooses the different ones. Okay. All right. Let me set everything up. Okay. I put everything back together. Be careful with the top piece. It's hand tightened, so don't get crazy with it. All right. I'm hoping this works well. I went out this morning to pick up some heating oil. Filled it up, put it in the tank. But that's just to get through the night. Because the wood stove at night, I'm sleeping. So I don't have time to put wood in it. So it tends to go out. And so I got 15 gallons. So got to put this on. I bought it all together on Amazon. You said put it on too crazy, lightly. Okay, I think I got all the threads there, really. All right. So I put some duct tape here so that I can get some grip. One, because it's got a chrome shininess to it, and when I put the wrench on it, I'm going to be able to get some grip. And 2, I don't want to scrape up the nice chrome looking thing. So hopefully I can just peel this off when I totally tighten it. Because to change the battery, I don't have to take this off again. I just need to unscrew the top. So let me just put a little lip here, so maybe I can pull this off and it'll look nice on the tank instead of this ugly piece of duct tape. And I can just take the top off when I need to change the battery. Okay, it's turning the pipe. Okay, finally got it out. I don't know if you're going to see the inside very well. Should I get a flashlight? Yeah, you really can't see anything even with the flashlight. It's really... It's just... Oh, I do see oil. Okay. So the oil is shining back at me, as you can see. So, and I should actually get an email notification telling me that and below a quarter. But I do see oil now. It smells a lot like oil. So, and I wonder if I can get a look at the gauge. I can see it, but in the video can't show, and it goes all the way down, but it doesn't go all the way down. See, there's oil in there, but it's showing empty, and it's not. So I could clearly see oil. It's not a lot of gallons, but probably it looks like about 50 gallons to the size of this tank, and as far as I can see. So, all right, let's put the gauge, see what it tells me. How much oil is in there if it's different than that one. So this is my duct tape job to keep me from damaging. That's just dirty. I'll wipe it off after I get it on. And I'll put it on. Let me hand tighten first. Again, never tighten on this. This will break right off if you try doing that. Okay. Okay, now let me get the wrench. Okay, so that's as tight as I can make it. Again, the duct tape helps to keep you from damaging the pipe, I hope. And let me take it out, clean it up, show you how it looks afterwards. Okay, so I didn't scratch it up or dirty it up too much, even though but you know, one of the good things about having it on this side, it's easier to change out the batteries. And like I said earlier, all you do is take this out. Now, and that's it. Now you have access to the batteries. You could change everything out. And now you just put it back. They say that when you have the outdoor unit, to put the pipe dope or tape or seal here to keep moisture from coming into this area, from rusting and destroying that area. Okay. So let's look at a reading, see how it looks. See if it's done a reading. It's done 4 readings so far since I put it in yesterday. It did 2 yesterday. It did 1 this morning about 5 in the morning. And it did another reading, I think a little while ago. So they're currently filling up the tank now, so I'll get more of an accurate reading. So this should go up, and this should change from under 22 gallons. That should start going up eventually. But if you hear it, that's the tank filling. They're filling it up right now outside. Look at that, it's going up. That's pretty cool. I've never seen it go up. I've never been here when they fill. That gauge never hits the top. Always just below it, between 3/4 and 4. That whistle, they have to keep hearing it until it fills. That's what it is. And then once the whistle stops, they stop pumping. That's the way it works. There it goes. Cool. Huh? So he's removing the pipe. Cool. I mean the hose that fills. Awesome. So that's usually what I get, between full and 3/4. So I'm curious to see what this shows. I'm going to wait a while so I can get a better reading, because the last reading was empty. And then this hopefully will give me the correct reading. So far, it's only been about 2-3 days. I love this thing. This thing is, I love it. So it's still reading empty. So hopefully within a couple of hours that should change. That was the last reading at 11 a.m. It's 12:30 right now. So let's see how long the readings will give me. So again, right there it said 20.6 gallons. And it is on empty. They just filled it up, and I want to see that skyrocket. So it's working. I got the delivery today, as you heard earlier, and it finally adjusted itself, and it's now on almost full. And last reading is of the 18th at 16:11, which is 4:11 p.m. Awesome. This thing, I am very happy with it. This is about the 4th day since I've been filming, and I love the graph. I'm looking forward to see the average and everything. It's gonna be nice. So I have it at, I should change this. Let me change this to 2 tanks, because I switched it because I was gonna monitor. Change this because it's not really 233 gallons. Should be over 400. It's two of the same identical tanks. Let me do that. Configure, and it's over here. Number of tanks, and I gotta make it 1 more. Now it's at 2. That should change it. Click on the, well, I think I showed you already through here, but just in case. Upload interval 4. Oh, I don't know what 4 means. I've got to figure that out too, because that might be the different types. So I'll leave it at the default. Supposedly at the default, the battery will last up to 3 years. So I don't need to know every minute. Every few hours is fine. Let me click save. And now it changes. So now, according to the reading, I have 467.6 gallons. Again, this is the device again. And that's the actual physical gauge. And it's only been 3 or 4 days. So usually you have to wait a few months before you're totally satisfied. But I have to finish this video. And I hope it helps, this video. I really do hope it helps. This thing I like. It's been 3 or 4 days. I like the way it works. Once I got through the issues with the Wi-Fi with using 2.4 instead of 5. Once I figured that out, it automatically found my network, configured itself, and it was all set up. I had no issues. I was ready to return it, but that was the issue. So let me just say it again. I have an Orbi network system. It's a mesh system. So 2.4 and 5 gigahertz technically are meshed together. They're not separated. They're one, and the router itself will choose the best signal for you depending on the location of your device from the router or their satellites.
So you can't pick 2.4. You just can't do it. Maybe there's a hack for it, but on the default settings, no. But I do have an Apple network device, which I'm going to upgrade soon, but that allows you two separate networks, which is the 5 gigahertz and the 2.4 gigahertz. This will only connect to 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Okay? If you have a mesh system, it may be difficult unless you can separate the signals, identify the specific 2.4 and 5 gigahertz like I have on the Apple Airport. I have 2.4 gigahertz. I named the SSID as 2.4 and 5 gigahertz depending on the signal and the antenna. So I have them separated. So I was able to choose 2.4 for this. It came up. Everything works. As you saw, it's updating itself, so it's working, and I'm very happy with it. Again, it's only been 4 days, but I have to tell you, it's a thumbs up. There are not many devices like this out there. I couldn't find anything else. Let me know in the comments if you have something even better. But this is by far a really good product. I bought it on Amazon, and I'm really happy with it. And for $150, it's a great device that it gives you a peace of mind, especially when you're away, and so that you don't run out of oil heat. Again, that was my fault. Something simple, but again, I'm new to home ownership. Not an excuse, but I learned something today, and I hope you learned something. So getting back to the device, I like it. I'm very happy with it so far. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a lot of pictures I took of the graphs of the weekly usage. Now, bear in mind, it's only been 4 days, so the fluctuation between devices, like there's one graph that tells you I used over 200 gallons in 1 day. So at the end, you'll see graphs and other specific things. And if you have any other questions, just make a comment. I answer as soon as I could, all questions, and I have, give me time to get used to this device. I'm ending this video on February 18th, 2019. I'm in the northern part of Pennsylvania, which is, cold. Again, 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. I'm happy with the device, and I'll do a few snapshots. I'll put them at the end of the video so you can get an idea of the actual app itself. The app works. Doesn't have a lot of configuration and different things to do, but how much do you need? But it works. So I really, really like the product, and I hope this video helps. Thank you. Bye.
Computer, ask Smart Oil Gauge how many gallons I have left.
Oil heat tank PA has 447 gallons. Is there anything else I can help you with?